Hey, how's it going, everyone? Jesse Dale with Macro Missionary, and I have a confession. They say that confession is good for the soul. So basically, we promoted a large event this past weekend, and part of this large event had a dessert buffet. And I'm talking like an insane gourmet dessert buffet. So here's my confession. It started out with, I felt like I had to sample each one of the desserts to make sure they weren't poisoned for the people that the buffet was for. I mean, that makes sense, right? So I sampled all the desserts, and then it just hits the lips. It just hits the lips. I just wanted to make extra sure they weren't poisoned, and, sugar is addictive. It really is. So it's just going crazy. And, I had a good calorie bank done for Saturday. All right, so I did try to prepare, all right, but nothing prepared for this onslaught, okay? So then, later on in the evening, did good, and the dessert buffet was unveiled at the evening. I mean, it wasn't even unveiled yet during the day. It was unveiled at the evening. So again, I felt like I really had to just make sure that these desserts were not poisoned, and yeah, it was bad. So my macronutrients for Saturday were 778 carbs, 303 grams of fat, and over 300 grams of protein, okay? All of heck broke loose. That happens very rarely, but it did happen. So now what? And maybe that was you this weekend. And, one thing led to another, and now what? All right, so 3 things that you do to recover from a diet disaster, all right? The first thing that you need to do to recover from a diet disaster is you need to take these off. You want to know what these are? Victim glasses, okay? Victims, they always blame other people and it's never their fault, okay? So you don't blame others. You don't say, well, that dessert buffet was there, and you take the victim glasses off. Take them off in life. It's not attractive. And yes, when you have the victim glasses on, yes, people feel sorry for you, and that might temporarily make you feel really good. Like, oh, it's okay. It's all right that you ate all those desserts. That's cool. That makes me feel better at first, but it completely, when you're wearing the victim glasses, you cannot grow at all. You completely annihilate your ability to grow. So take the victim glasses off, and instead, be powerful and own up and say, yes, I killed the dessert buffet. No, it was not because I thought it was poisoned and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't poisoned, so I had to choose eat every single one of them. Own up and be powerful. Even me just saying that makes me feel like I'm in control. Hey, I made this choice, and guess what? Now I'm gonna pay the price of that choice, all right? So take complete ownership. You won't feel guilty, which is really cool. When you play the victim, you go down this rabbit hole of guilt, and everyone's like, it's okay, it's okay. But when you take complete ownership and say, you know what, yeah, I did it. How can I recover? There's no excuses. What now? You feel powerful, and you don't have those feelings of guilt, okay? So number 1, take the victim glasses off. Don't play the victim card. Don't say it wasn't your fault, they made me eat it, or any of that. Take ownership. Number 2, damage assessment. Okay? So number 2, you've got to go back and write down every single morsel of whatever it was that you ate that you ate. So for me, it was a dessert buffet. I just kind of used light items like Snickers bars and stuff because I didn't know what half the stuff was on there. It tasted so good. But anyway, so I went and I logged everything to the very best of my ability. I didn't say, oh, well, I'm not going to log that one, or I don't know what this is, so I just won't log it. So I basically used Hershey bars, Snickers bars, Twix and stuff like that, and logged it the best I can, okay? Is it a perfect system? No, but I went back and did an inventory in my head of everything that I had and logged it. That's how I got the macronutrients that I just told you guys, all right? So I assessed the damage, and what was kind of cool is I assessed the damage, and yeah, there was some damage, but not crazy. And what's even more different is, I think because I'm not stressing about it, because I took ownership, I assessed the damage. The damage was bad, but not as bad as it could have been, okay? Is I woke up this morning and I'm like, this ain't too bad. I'm looking and I'm like, man, I'm okay. So I got right back on plan. on Monday. You know, I could have done maybe a little extra activity today, but there's some science behind that. One, I wasn't stressing about it because I took the victim glasses off, okay? Two, I logged everything, I took ownership. And three, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, your thermogenic effect of food, and your exercise activity thermogenesis, they're all going to increase when you have large influxes of calories. Not an excuse to go and do what I did, okay? But that's why it tends to not be as bad when we do this once in a great while. It tends to not have the detrimental effect that we think. We tend to, it's when we like get negative and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm a failure. That's when your cortisol increases, you start to retain water, and then you just Monday comes around, you're like, forget it. I'm gonna put my victim glasses back on. I'm just gonna eat Monday too. And, I'm just gonna eat. It wasn't anything like that. It actually was like, wow, this isn't that bad. Cool, let's look forward. All right, third thing that you do, learn from the experience. So for me, what I do is I want to talk to other people who are in similar situations. So other people that promote large events. What do they do on game day to, not go crazy and not stress eat and things of that nature? So, I'm reaching out to different promoters of these types of events and being like, hey, what do you do on game day? And I'm getting some ideas, and I'm grateful for their ideas. I'm not saying, oh, that's dumb, I tried that or whatever. Yeah, I'm just getting different things and other people who have overcome that type of temptation, what do they do? Okay? Then the other thing that I look at is I want to grow. I want to learn from this experience. So how can I prevent it from happening again? Okay? Or, you know what? When it's all said and done and you take the victim glasses off, you assess the damage, maybe if it happens again, very seldomly, like next year or next event, maybe it's fine. Maybe you just roll with it and you say, you know what? This happened last time. It wasn't that bad. It only set me back a week or so. Rock and roll. I'm going to choose to do that. Because remember, it's all about empowering ourselves. Okay? Counting macros isn't like putting us in a little room of restriction, where we feel guilty if we go over. It's just about knowing what we're putting in our bodies and how that affects our bodies. So that would be another way to learn from it. You might say, you know what? That wasn't that bad last time. I'm just not even going to stress about it. I'm going to log everything. I'm going to do it again. Okay? I don't think I'll do it again. But that's definitely an option. So number one, take the victim glasses off, hold yourself fully responsible, take ownership, be powerful, be the strong, badass person that you are, okay? Number two, assess the damage. Get the facts. Is it really as bad as you thought, okay? And then number three, learn from the experience and talk to other people who have been in that same experience, idea share. That's how winning is done. That's how growth is made. So, hey, rock and roll. That's how you overcome a diet disaster. Rock and roll, guys. Have a great night.